just dream big, that you don't know what is possible for you until you try. I was not always blind. I was in the US Navy, 2011, in September. I was hurt pretty badly when an explosion went off about a foot in front of me. And I was lucky to walk away from the incident with my hands and my legs, but unfortunately my vision was irreparable. Me becoming a man was all about being a part of the Navy, being a part of the military, wearing the uniform, standing up tall, doing this important mission of making the world safe. And once I was injured, I would not be able to do that ever again. And so I needed to kind of figure out who I was. Sports for me was a way to start again, re-identify myself. And swimming allowed me to reestablish a sense of confidence, not only from the inside out, but also for people looking at me, for them to be confident that I would be happy and fulfilled. Like, for example, my mom, when she looks at me blind for the first time, she worries. She says, how will he make sure he's well fed? And how's he gonna get a job? And how's he gonna find someone to love him? But if I can show her that I'll succeed and I'll be really good at swimming, it gives my mom that confidence to say he's gonna be okay. My triathlon journey begins after Rio. I had an incredible Paralympic Games in Rio, and at the end of that, I felt like there was little more that I wanted to do in the sport of swimming. And so I had been in contact with our USA Triathlon, and they invited me to a camp, and I fell in love with triathlon right away. A lot of new challenges. I liked the dynamic of working with a guide. I liked riding on a tandem bike. I enjoyed running. I wasn't particularly great at the beginning. There's a lot of skills that I didn't have. How to do quick transitions, how to ride a bike really effectively and efficiently. And it's been incredibly difficult, and it largely wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for my wife. In between Rio and Tokyo, I met and married my wife, who jumped into triathlon with me full force. And she's been training with me every day, stride for stride, stroke for stroke. I can say that there were a lot of doubts, there were a lot of moments where I questioned whether or not it was worth it, but after crossing the finish line, I can tell you unequivocally, it's worth it. You ask how you become a champion, the answer is day in and day out. It takes a long time, and you have to commit, and you have to be patient, and you have to work at it. Everything that we had worked for, everything that we had visualized, and I've said this 1,000 times, you can think about it all day long, you can dream about it, but in real life, when it happens, it's so much better. Getting into Paralympics gave me an opportunity to really do special things, not only for myself and my family, but also within our society as a whole. So instead of society looking at me with pity or sorrow about my disability and saying, oh, I feel sorry for you being blind, they look at me and they see a gold medal champion. And that makes me hold my chest up high, and it makes me very proud. You don't have to be an athlete to start. You just have to start. There's something for everyone, from canoe kayak to swimming to track and field to triathlon. Find your niche and go for it, and dream big, and don't hold back. The biggest limitations that we all face are the ones we put on ourselves. And I wouldn't have ever dreamed that I was capable of any of the things I've accomplished in the Paralympic space, 20 years ago. But here we are, and I think it all starts with just not being afraid to dream.